This module, guys, is going to be not your typical link building module. We're going to be talking about press links. And I'm not talking about that press release service that you can get on Fiverr to get submitted to all these ones and get guaranteed pickups. I'm talking about real contextual press coverage from real media sites. And I've done a lot of networking and spent a lot of money on PR people over the last year to try and growth hack this process. And I'm going to share my insights in this module with you. And I'm going to share the best ways for you to get covered on some of these main sites. Because honestly, it's not as hard as you might think. PR and white hat link building are not too far off. The main difference is PR is focused on getting coverage, just getting press, just getting featured in a Forbes or an Entrepreneur. They don't necessarily require a link. All they want to do is get your name up there and your brand up there, and not necessarily the link. Link building obviously is a little bit different. You don't necessarily care about the context of the article as much as long as it's relevant and you get that link and it flows through. So, the process of getting featured on those sites is the same. It's doing the research, it's doing the outreach, but that fundamental goal and KPI at the end is the reason why PR and link building are different. So there's really three ways to get featured on major publication. There's more, but this is what it really boils down to. Number one is having an incredible brand story, having something that makes people care. Why would people write about you, right? It's really hard to do. I'm not really going to talk about it too much in this, but it's about building a brand. It's about building a story. It's about building a lot of things. I don't really want to cover it in this training because I want to focus on link building, and it's not the best avenue for you to take. So another way would be to build relationships with writers, editors, PR people. This is a really good way to do it too. I've actually spent a good amount of money with some PR consultants and leveraged their connections, and then just kind of weaseled my way in with their editors and stuff like that. And it's very similar to guest posting, honestly. If you've got the content written and you've got done a good job with it, if you know the person who has access to publish at like a Forbes or an Inc., all you got to do is send it to them, pay them, and they'll post it. It's not really that hard to do, but it can get a little bit expensive. And the final way, which I actually use the most and I want to talk about in this training, is finding someone who writes for the site that you want or writes for multiple sites, which would be the jackpot. Send them an email pitch and then just pay them. Pay them for placement. I actually have a girl who writes for Huffington Post. She writes for Thought Catalog. She writes for Elite Daily, and I pay her like 100 to 150 bucks per post on those sites. She writes a little bit more relationship type content, but it works perfectly with some of my clients. So it's a really good connection to have. I'm not paying 2,000 bucks for some dude overseas to write some shit article and give me some bad link. I have full control over it. And it's really, I just went out and I did a lot of research. I sent a lot of emails. I got a lot of no's. I got a lot of Vera spammers, and then I found her, and we have a great relationship now. Really good connection for me to have. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It can be a little bit expensive, not gonna lie. I got very lucky only paying her that much because she's very new to the industry and she just doesn't know any better. But not that I'm taking advantage of her, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you could be charging 1,000 bucks. I pay her what she wants, and it works well for the both of us now. But be prepared to pay upwards of 500 bucks a post for Huffington Post, that type of stuff. But again, you own that relationship. It's different than using a vendor because you own that relationship, you own the content. It's much more effective to do it this way, and you have that person almost on retainer on call for whenever you want. So I'm going to focus this training on how to find writers that write for your target publications, how to pitch them, and then just pay them to do it. So let's get into it. This is the intro to press and media links. In the following videos, we're going to be getting our hands dirty and finding some quality content writers and pitching them. So see you in the next ones.